Hello, my loves. Right, today's set, shown here, was inspired by the wonderful Chronically Creative Nails. So go check out her channel. I'll list it in the description box below. So we're just starting out with some practice tips that have been buffed with a 180 grit buffer. And I'm going to apply 2 coats of white gel polish. I apologise now for my snotty sounding nose, but it is like the blossom season here in the UK. And I'm surrounded by trees with blossom and I'm allergic. Isn't that wonderful? So yes, I'm using Madame Glam Perfect White. It's a 30-second cure. And then in with the second layer. Now, since seeing Chronically Creative Nails do this, I have also seen lots of other people do it. This sort of nail trend, I don't know who started it, but she was the first person that I watched do it and that I spoke to about it and that I saw a tutorial on. But I'm doing it a different way because I'm not using pigment. I'm going to go in with Velvet Matte Top Coat. Now the white gel is cured. So this is the same thing, but not the same thing because we're doing it differently. No pigment involved. So a nice layer of matte top coat. Sometimes I find my matte top coat gets little bits in it. But, you know, I just sort of scrape them out. 30-second cure. Now we've got a nice matte white nail. And I'm going to take some inks. So I've got Madame Glam inks, I've got purple, I've got velvet red, or red velvet, velvet red. And I've also got green. And I'm just going to cover the nail with spots and swoops of beautiful ink. So I'll let that dry for a couple of seconds and then we're going to paint some little hearts on it. You can either use gel polish or gel paint. It's entirely up to you. If you are using a gel polish that might be more inclined to move, then just make sure you flash cure it. I'm using the gel polish for this one. So we just do the 2 dots and then we kind of join them up to make a little heart. Give it a quick flash cure in a second. Very simple. I mean, I still stressed about it because all of a sudden I realised I was doing lots of hearts and maybe every single heart didn't look the same, and that was quite irritating. But you know what it's like when you do things yourself, you kind of pick at them. So just join in those bits. It's almost like 2 semicolons, isn't it? And then you join them together. Like that. Easy peasy. Give it a quick cure. And then I did kind of, once the first layer's cured, I will go back over and just tidy up the edges a little bit. Especially if I just see something that doesn't look right, I'm going to tidy it up. I'm not going to leave it. So, yeah, I'll show you like this heart and then I won't show you all of them because that would just be really long-winded and pointless because you know what I'm doing and I don't really want to waste your time. But I've got a surprise during this video. So we've got a new product launch and it's incredibly shiny. So you might want to stick around to the end for that. So as if by magic, like Blue Peter, here's one that's done. It looks quite nice like that. To be fair, part of me would love to keep it like this, and I might actually do something with this kind of style because it almost looks like flowers and shrubs in the background, doesn't it? Like the old china. Anyway, I've just grabbed a bit of acetone on a wipe because I actually ran out of isopropyl alcohol and it works better with acetone. Who would have thought? So not only am I not using pigment, I'm also not using isopropyl alcohol. Break all the rules. So I'm just going to do a matte top coat now, and then pop that in the lamp for 30 seconds. Here we are. Nail 1 is complete. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it was fun. On to nail 2. I'm going to use Never Too Late, which is a nude colour. It's a warm nude from Madame Glam. And I'm going to do 2 layers of that first.
We're good, we never left the ground, but we need to take some weight off our shoulders. The fight isn't over. Can you let me be tonight? I will need some time alone, not forever, but when we're together, it feels like my spark's been left in the dark since.
Then we shall pop on a layer of matte top coat for that and cure for 30 seconds.
Better than a band-aid. This could be love, not sure, but I'm probably right. When you're around, I can say what I want to say. So hard to concentrate. This is all that I need and more. Perfectly safe and sure. I'll be with you always. I will stay with my common sense. Irresistible friend.
Now comes the slightly trickier part if you're new to this. I am going to paint a nice deep French, so I'm using a long liner brush, and I'm just laying that brush and dragging it. The key with long liner brushes is to lay it down. It's designed to lay against the nail and then you pull through. You'll get a much crisper line if you do it that way. So at the moment it's creating quite a V-shape smile line. So what I'm going to do is take it's actually a one-stroke brush from Dorota Palitska, and I'm going to use her one-stroke brush to get in the edges here and just tidy up that smile line a bit, make it a little bit more like a deep smile line rather than a chevron. I probably should have used my gel paint for this because it would be more pigmented over the top of the nude, but I used my gel polish, so it's my error, and I had to have a couple of coats, but you know, we got there. And then once I had enough coverage, I cured it and went in with my matte top coat again. And then I'm going to do some of the inks all over that smile line. It doesn't even matter if it goes over the edge, so don't panic because you're going to wipe off the excess. But I tried to be as neat as possible. So we're going to complete exactly the same steps. I'm just doing it in a different section. And the effect is absolutely beautiful, but I still maintain I really, really like the look of all the inks in the background and then a design on top. And then I just think it looks really, almost like somebody's done this like amazing artistic watercolour of flowers, except I haven't. I've just splodged a load of ink on a nail. It's funny what the mind sees, isn't it? Maybe you're looking at it thinking, no, Sarah, I literally just see a splodge on the nail and you, my love, are deluded. But I think it looks pretty.
Drink a little water, feel a little better. You do what you gotta, babe. Breathe a little air. Bring life into your muscles.
So these love hearts are so flipping tiny. I could hardly see to do them. But we got there in the end. Some of them I had to use the very tip of my superfine brush because I just couldn't cope with the dotting tool at all. And then as they get bigger, obviously I use the dotting tool. Don't forget to flash cure after every couple, just so you don't smudge them with your finger. I did that when I was working out this design and I had it perfect. And then I turned the nail over and I had smudged the whole lot on the other side. So yeah, just give it a flash cure.
It's funny how you keep running away from slumber, although you can't. And when you're dreaming, you will be seeing a little demon dancing around. Baby, there is only one way, and that's the slow decay.
See, I still think when you look at it with all the hearts and all the lovely colours, it really looks pretty. I kind of don't want to take that ink off, but I did. So I've done a full cure. And then I'm going to take my acetone on a pad and just wipe over. I feel like the acetone releases it more, because initially when I tried this with pigments, I had a nightmare and the pigments kept staining the nail. And then I just got frustrated and then I thought, I'm just going to try it with ink. And I actually liked the ink colour results better than I liked my pigment results. Just, I don't know. The purple had a bit more depth, you know, the pink was a bit less neon. I just liked it. And I thought, why not show you guys a different way? And it's less messy as well, a lot less messy. So this is where we are so far. Obviously, there's going to be bling in this design. I'm just holding out to the end because I have something to show you. Can you guess what it is? Okay, another full nail of nude, and we're going to do like a swirly design on this one. So this time I am using a gel paint. It is CJP gel paint and I absolutely love it. I love CJP acrylic. It's just when I first tried it, the monomer was too strong for me. I don't know if they have a slightly lower odour monomer, but for now I stick with their gel paints because they're really, really good. So we're just going to fill that whole area in. The gel paint is thicker, it's more pigmented, therefore it is a 60-second cure and not a 30-second cure. But it is incredibly pigmented and it's great for art, any art, character painting, fine line painting. So there we are. We'll do that and cure it. And I'll also do one on the bottom of the nail as well. So I'll let you watch this little bit here. As always, we're going to go in with a matte top coat, cure that, and then do some of the pretty ink designs on those two areas. I'm just showing you how versatile this can be in a design, and you can add elements to it. You don't just have to do a full nail of this. You can do a design, then you can add crystals, and it's going to look absolutely banging. It's going to look fabulous, girl, fabulous. So this time I used the thicker gel paint to do the hearts. I don't know why, I think it's just because I had it on my palette. And we're just going to do the same thing again. Just more of the same. I still maintain that those blobs look beautiful. There we go. I believe it's easier to paint the hearts actually with gel paint, because gel paint sticks where it is. It's a bit less wishy-washy, you know, and it's hyper-pigmented. So once I'm happy with all of those, I'll cure them. I'll let you watch this little bit. And then, once they're cured, that was a 60-second cure, we wipe over with acetone and remove as much of the ink as possible, and do the same on the bottom. Very pretty. Ooh, there's a bus going past. How lovely. Okay, now matte top coat. This nail is not finished, but it needs a matte top coat before we can go any further. So this is cured. I went ahead and did the pinky off camera because it's the same as the index, just the hearts are scattered. Now, this is my brand new Swarovski crystal mix. It's the classic collection. They are all AB. They are some of the more expensive shapes and cuts, and they're absolutely stunning. It's limited edition, also my crystal pickup tool as well. The crystal mix is limited edition. It's live on the website now. As I said, it is more of the expensive cuts and shapes. So again, well, Swarovski is just generally way more expensive, but you do get what you pay for because the quality is outstanding. I'm absolutely in love with it. I know you guys saw it on the website and started ordering instantly. It is very limited stock though, and I've waited months for them to come from Austria, like months. So it's not even as if I can do a quick restock, because by the time I get to that stage, they will probably have stopped making them. So, never mind. We have the Alina brand as well, which is absolutely stunning, which is my brand. It will never be Swarovski, and anyone that claims they've got the equivalent of Swarovski is fibbing, because Swarovski have their patented cuts. But finding the next best thing was my kind of focus, and I've done that. And I'm really happy, but I still love Swarovski, and it will always be my first love. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. And the same here, we're going to create a kind of flower in the centre, because it is springtime. You can tell by my sinuses. God, I'm trying everything. I've got like beeswax balm shoved all over my nostrils, because apparently it keeps the pollen particles at bay. It doesn't work. Don't buy it. It's just glorified Vaseline. So I'm using round flatback in SS9 and the small Navette flatbacks. These are all in your kit. You get 351 crystals in your bag. And they are more of the shapes that you wouldn't probably buy, because you'd think, oh, I'm not quite sure about that, and it's very expensive. So I've included them in there so that you can play with them and have fun and be creative. I just want to say thank you as well, because so many of you are so supportive, and I don't really know what I expected when I first started having products, and courses and stuff on my website. I don't even know what I do, really. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I expected, but I've had so much support, and I'm just really grateful. Incidentally, my level 2 crystal placement course is now live, and it's being hosted on a page called Budemy. Now, Budemy is like a central location for lots of different specialists, so hairdressers, makeup artists, nail artists. It's recently launched. I'm the first accredited educator to launch courses on there. And it's not their courses. I just need to let you know as a disclaimer, the courses that are on there from me are my courses, but they host them. So that it means that when you guys sign up to my courses, it's all in one location. You don't have to be pushed into private groups here and pages there and all that. It's all very easy to access, so it's easier for you guys. Everything else is still mine. The course is mine. The certificate is mine. So check it out in the description. Here is the final. Look at that. So pretty and beautiful. Thanks again to Chronically Creative Nails for the inspiration. And go and try it out. Inks and acetone, I'm telling you.